And Game Center is both APIs for developers to build into their apps, and it's an app called Game Center right on the phone. Game Center is all about multiplayer games. And it allows you to challenge your friends to multiplayer games, and they can challenge you. And if you don't have any friends, it'll auto-match you with people. So it's pretty great in that way, too. And you can compare scores, and you can discover new games your friends are playing. So it's pretty nice. So as an example, this is Thor, and Thor can take a look at the games that they've played with other people. And Thor is one of my 73 friends, let's say. I've got 73 friends. And I've got 19 games that are multiplayer games that work with Game Center, so I can take one of those games and, as an example, Angry Birds, I can look at leaderboards, I can look at achievements, and everything I've done with my friends to see how I'm doing. So here I'm inviting two friends, Appleseed and Thor, and I'm going to get matched up with Game Center with two other players of roughly equal ability, all automatically. Or if Thor wants to invite me to play a game, this is what it looks like. Right? Thor's invited me, I can decline or accept. So that's Game Center. Now, again, you've got to see what this can do. It's pretty exciting. And there's a new game that's going to be coming out later this year that we saw that's really remarkable from Epic Games. And it's my great pleasure to invite on stage Mike Capps, the president of Epic Games, to show us this amazing new game using Game Center. Thanks. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. I'm really thrilled to be here to reveal our very first project at Epic for Apple mobile devices. It's powered by our award-winning Unreal Engine 3 game technology, which has powered countless hits for console and, of course, our Gears of War series. To demonstrate, I want you to meet Donald Mustard, our creative director. Donald?
Hi, everyone. Today, we're introducing a new game currently in development. It's codenamed Project Sword.
So Project Sword is a gorgeous, action-packed role-playing adventure, and it's filled with epic sword battles.
Now, everything that you're seeing is running in real time. This isn't a movie, and I'm controlling everything you're seeing right now. I'm in the Citadel, a vast environment filled with enemies, treasure, and the weapons that I'll need to take down the legendary God King.
So if your jaw's not on the floor, it should be. Take a look at this place, right? This is a gorgeous 3D world, and it's filled with intricate levels of detail that you just don't expect to see on a phone device. Plus now we've got Game Center, so we have dozens of unique achievements to unlock. We've got worldwide leaderboards so you can compete with your friends, and it's really easy to find someone online to play with, and I'm going to show you.
And honestly, with Game Center, it's just as easy as that. Mike's going to send me an invite, and I can accept it. Now, as a designer, what's awesome about Game Center is that all the social integration is done for us.
So I'll be playing this massive, brutish titan here, and Donald's going to be playing this wimpy little knight. You can see the character detail is amazing. We're using the same lighting and motion captured animation techniques you see in top CG films.
Now, our multiplayer uses two unique control interfaces, allowing for more hardcore gamers to be matched up with more casual players. My attacks happen just like you'd think, by swiping directionally across the screen.
So my interface is a little less caffeine powered. I'm just dragging different moves onto the screen, for example. Here I'm going to drag, let's see, how to open my boot, say, onto your face.
Oh. Right, lucky hit. Now, if I'm good, I can dodge and even parry attacks, putting the Titan into a mode where I can unleash like a powerful combo, unlocking an achievement.
Great, and now everyone in the world will see that on Game Center.
So you call me a wimpy knight. Well, I'm going to take the gloves off. Let's see what you got.
All right, little man.
Well, I might be little, but I'm really, really fast. So guess what? Now this is happening. And you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
So this is what you get when you take a designer on with his own game.
Yep.
Thanks. So we're really thrilled about this game, but I'm even more excited to take this technology and put it into the hands of iOS developers all over the world, because I want to play the games that they come up with next. Project Sword's going to be available this holiday season. It'll be out on iPod Touch, iPhone, and iPad. I think you guys are going to love it. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. Excellent.
It's on a phone. That's pretty remarkable. Well, that's a little peek into Game Center. So those are just two of the many things in iOS 4.1, and it's going to be available next week. It's for iPhone and iPod Touch, and it's going to be a free download via iTunes. So look for it, iOS 4.1 next week. Now, I've got a little surprise for you today. It's a sneak peek at the next iOS release, 4.2. 4.2 is going to come a little later this year, and it's all about iPad. It's bringing everything to iPad, iOS 4.1, with its multitasking, its folders, Game Center, HDR photos, everything you saw here, all of it to iPad. Wireless printing. We're adding wireless printing to iOS. And we're adding something really cool called AirPlay, which we'll talk about a little later today. So let me give you a little feel for printing. So let's say we're in Pages on the iPad and we want to print. And we push the Tools button here with our finger, and we get up our tools and we see there's Print now. And we push Print, and we get to select our printer. We get the number of pages, very, very simple, and we can just say Print. Now, again, select a printer for the front office. So we're going ahead and we're printing. Whenever we're printing, down below, if we bring up the multitasking bar, we see that it's put Print Center right in the front and shown us how many jobs are printing, in this case 1, and we can go examine it. We can even cancel it if we want to. So that gives you a feel for how simple printing is going to be in iOS, and it's very powerful. Now, what is AirPlay? Well, you know what AirTunes is. It's streaming music over Wi-Fi to an Airport Express base station so you can listen to music all over your house from your mobile device. Well, we're changing the name of AirTunes to AirPlay because it's not just going to be music anymore. You're going to be able to stream audio, but also video and photos over Wi-Fi to other devices. And we'll get into that a little bit later. So let me just give you a brief demo of iOS 4.2 running on an iPad. I've got my iPad here. And let me go ahead and just go ahead and swipe over here and let me launch Pandora. And I've got some Jack Johnson music here. Let's go ahead and play that. And let me bring up the multitasking bar. There it is. And let's go to Mail. So we're multitasking here, listening to Pandora in the background. And there's Mail. We've got multi-threaded Mail here. So again, 2 messages from Gary Dunn. And here's one talking about a Gibson West Montgomery guitar. So let's go take a look at that. Now we've multitasked over to the browser, and here we are on the web. Right? Again, we can just go over here and stop and start our music. Very, very simple. So let me show you folders now. Let's go ahead and make a folder with our news apps. So I can just get into jiggle mode here, and I'll just put NPR on top of Wall Street Journal, and it's made a folder called News right here, which I could rename if I want to. And I'll go ahead and put the Financial Times in there and put Editor's Choice in there. And I can even put this down on my dock if I want to. And now I've got a news folder right there with my news apps in it, right on my iPad. So all of us that use iPhones know and love all these features. And we love them, and we can't wait to get them on our iPad. So when is 4.2 coming out? It's coming out in November. And it's going to be a free update for iPad, iPhone, and iPod Touch with all those new features in it. And so we couldn't be happier about the progress of iOS. 120 million devices, over 230,000 activations of new iOS devices per day, and 2 new releases of iOS, one coming out next week, the other coming out in November. And we're really, really happy with iOS. So that's the iOS update. Now I'd like to get on